It's an honor for my wife and I to be here today. There is one question that each of us must ask. In a year from now, will the Republic of Korea, South Korea, still be a liberal democracy? Or maybe we should ask another question. Maybe we should ask, will there even be a South Korea then? As an initial matter, there's a danger, a real danger, that the United States is just going to get sick and fed up with all that's going wrong and walk away from South Korea. We know that we have a president who in March of 2016, when he was running for the White House, actually suggested that the United States walk away from not only South Korea, but Japan. But there is real anger in these days, and that anger is justified, as it should be. We've got to remember, go back to the end of October of last year when the South Korean Foreign Ministry issued, in conjunction with the Chinese Foreign Ministry, the infamous 3 no's. Those 3 no's were that South Korea would not allow any more emplacements of the American-built THAAD missile defense system, that South Korea would not participate in any ballistic missile defense system, and that South Korea would not join any tripart alliance with Japan and the United States. Now, there was no or virtually no consultation with Washington before South Korea issued the 3 no's, and that, of course, is inconsistent with South Korea's obligations as a treaty partner. By issuing the 3 no's on missile defense and alliance matters, South Korea essentially told us 2 things. First of all, Seoul was saying that Beijing was more important to South Korea than the United States. And Seoul was saying that although the United States is obligated to defend South Korea, we cannot use certain weapons to do so because China would be angry. Since when did China get a veto over the defense of the Korean Peninsula? Since when do the Chinese get to say what weapons we can use to protect ourselves from a threat that, after all, China has nurtured? And of course, the military pact last month, that too was negotiated and signed without consultation with the United States. So it's not surprising that American officials are a little bit hot under the collar these days, and we turn to what happened this week, which was certainly a diplomatic breach on the part of the United States. South Korea's Foreign Minister Kang just said a couple days ago that no, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was not uncivil to her. Well, I think he probably was, because the reporting also indicates that Pompeo was so upset during a phone call with Minister Kang that he actually hung up. He cooled down and then called her back later. Yeah, it's a diplomatic breach, but I don't blame Pompeo because I probably would have done the same thing. And maybe, just maybe, what we're seeing is a deliberate strategy on the part of the South Koreans to make the U.S. so upset that we do walk away. Getting America off the peninsula, which is a result of a peace declaration that Moon Jae-in wants, well, what would happen? Yes, immediately after that, you would hear all those forces that Daniel talked about. They would then say, look, there's no need for American troops anymore. Okay? No American troops, no alliance. What happens? It's what Maxwell talks about. Sorry, Dave. But it's exactly what he'll talk about, and that is North Korea will intimidate South Korea into submission. The danger of Moon's moves, therefore, is the existence of the South Korean state will be ended. There'll be no more free Korea, the better version of Korea. So if South Koreans don't stop their president, then we could see the DPRK in a position to take over the South. And that's not just my view. Kim Jong-un in recent months has been talking more and more about quote-unquote final victory, which is North Korean code for the elimination of the South Korean state. So he's getting optimistic that he, Kim Jong-un, will be able to do what his granddad and his dad was not able to do, which is to absorb South Korea.